Here we are in my backyard again, Jason. Just me and you, no one else.
Just me, you,
A return to form, if you
Mother
will.
Nature, and 5'19" giant himself. Featuring special guest Josh.
We didn't have Josh with us last time, I think, because we went cigar shopping and went out to eat that day, and he just wasn't game for that. And we ended up recording the podcast that night.
Well, good thing, because the fucking Chinese food we had,
both of us up.
the best thing about it was we didn't talk about it on the podcast because it didn't happen. But Clayton threw up on his way to my house.
And we were driving alongside a cliff, and I really had to use a lot of willpower to not puke. And as soon as we got off the cliffside, I pulled over and threw up in somebody's fucking ditch.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool.
It felt so good, too. Like, it was the most relieving puke I've had in a long time. And it was a pretty instant puke, too. Like, I bent over, and it just came the fuck out. And it was all General
Yeah, you bent over, and it just came.
It's just such a good cigar.
I know, what cigar are you smoking?
This is a Drew Estate Java Maduro. What cigar are you smoking?
A fake Cuban.
Josh, what cigar are you smoking?
A lemon lime happy dad.
I guess somebody's dad's got to be happy.
Mine's kind of happy.
Yeah, when he's not zapping himself doing electrical work. Fucking last night we were talking.
Running a truck over his foot.
Fucking last night we were talking about your dad in Discord.
Yeah. And how he is just legendary for hurting himself.
No, Moise said something about his brother being kind of a dick, and then we're like, oh, well, Clayton, you could just be Clayton's brother, or some shit. And he was like, man, I think Clayton would be a pretty good brother. And I was like, yeah, maybe. That means your dad would be Mike. And then we told him countless stories of, like, the time that he got struck by lightning. And you were like, Dad, no.
And your mom was like,
to do justice, it was
Clayton's gonna.
Stacy, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I think the kids just watched Mike die.
That's it.
No, I think Mike just died in front of the kids.
Yeah.
Because, you just choose when you die.
Yep.
And then you told the story about how later you walk into the room and you're like, Dad, are you okay?
No, son. He didn't move a muscle to look at me or nothing. He's just laying there with his hands on his chest like he's in a casket. No, son.
He thought that was his time to go.
Oh, God.
To be fair, if I got struck by lightning, I'd probably be thinking the same thing.
I want to say he got electrocuted by lightning, but, electrocuted, I've actually learned recently, literally means killed by electricity, because it's a combination of the words electric and executed.
Well, here's the thing. Your father hasn't been the same since that day, probably, so.
I don't know. There's probably some day that happened way before I was born that he hasn't been the same since.
And that's why he's the man he is?
Maybe. I know this one time he told me, because back when he was growing up, he used to sleep, like, in what would have been considered the dining room in my grandmother's house. He basically, like, had his bedroom in there. And this may be a story we need to save for when he's on, but long story short, without giving you the details, mainly because I'm not 100% sure of them, he got in a fight with his brother, and his brother, like, fucking made a hole in the wall with my dad's body. Like, he threw my dad against the wall, and the wall caved in.
Fucking sounds like some fucking Ashton and Chandler type shit.
It does.
Fucking. I remember going over to their house as a fucking kid and just always letting me like, new
man.
wall.
Speaking of some good Ashton and Chandler stories, there was one where Chandler was locked in the closet in the hallway, and I think it's because he, like, closed the door on himself, and Ashton had to go answer the door.
No,
and
see,
Chandler.
let me tell this, because he was answering the door for me. It was one day during one of the countless summers I'd go over there, and Chandler was being fucking Chandler, and he had some shit, and he was putting it in the hallway closet. The door fucking closed behind him. Ashton's like, I'm going to get the door. Fucking Jason's here. And fucking Chandler's fucking screaming because he's trapped in the closet.
How old? When was this? Like, how old were you?
It's been a couple of years.
This is like before I think this might have been like maybe my 9th grade year.
But fucking
maybe
Chandler fucking locked in the closet, and he's just shouting, and Ashton's there. He opens the fucking first door, and there's a second one. Hear a fucking loud thud. I get in, we go around the corner, fucking there's Chandler, the fucking door is knocked off the fucking hinges.
God damn.
It's like,
So you couldn't wait that long?
Yeah, and the thing is, he was immediate. Don't tell Dad.
What are we supposed to tell Dad?
All right, an earthquake hit this one spot.
Yeah. Just the tiniest tremor
That'd
ever.
be like the fucking time Chandler was just like, fucking Ashton was like, there's a stain in my bed. And he's like, oh yeah, fucking Jason was over here with a girl or some shit. And I was like, yeah, because, you know, I'd bring a girl over to your house to do shit. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, you expect, like...
Didn't Chandler do that except on Ashton's bed? Not that particular time, but didn't he, like, fuck a girl on Ashton's bed once?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either. I doubt it.
Knowing Chandler, there's a chance.
There is a chance.
That is one of the most disrespectful things you could do to a person.
not,
Unleash
so-
sexual fluids where
I'm not
they
going to
sleep.
name names because I don't want to give them any sort of credit, but there was this person that I used to be friends with, and there was this girl that he really liked. And one of his friends ended up fucking that girl on his bed. And I don't like this person, so bravo to that one individual that did that.
Oh,
I
that
know who
is...
you're talking about now.
I guess we don't want to drop names on the podcast.
My thing is, I don't even fucking care about this person. I think that, like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, damn, that sucks, but that's funny as fuck. Now wait until your mom has a new kid. Wonder who the dad is.
Jason's threatened to marry my mom a lot.
That's a joke. I wouldn't do that to your mom. I'm a terrible person.
Well, she married my dad, so...
Yeah, but your dad's charming.
I mean, that is, if anything, one thing he's got going for him. I'm telling you. His charisma levels are off the charts.
Man.
If his charisma stat was 20, I mean, if Max was a 20, he would be a 21.
Yep.
No, it'd be
24.
higher than fucking that. Which reminds me, you guys gamers?
Yeah.
I was wondering when somebody was
Heading to a
gonna bring
game
that up.
tonight.
I was waiting to that. I was waiting for that.
Heading to catch a gamer game tonight.
I didn't even... all I heard was that. I didn't know anything else that went on in there.
Yeah,
So
maybe-
one of you guys fucking tell this shit.
When I witnessed what happened and she started walking towards us, I actually started to get nervous. So I'll tell the beginning at least because I witnessed it like literally as it happened. We were at the gas station earlier. Shout out to Wayne's plug, free advertisement. And this crazy lady she was holding the door open for some people, and this gentleman walks up. And while I do agree that, keep your hands to yourself, he walks up and places his hand like on her upper back, like between her shoulder blades, basically to kind of get her attention and be like, hey, I got the door from here, like I'm the last person.
For the older generation in the South, this is semi-normal. Like, this is not something...
He meant nothing by it.
This should not be... For people that are not from the South, this is a normal gesture that older people do.
Yes, like me, I was born in the last 30 years. I'm not putting my hands on any stripper.
Yeah, same. I'm not doing that.
No, it depends. Are they into that?
My granddad would do that.
Yeah,
So, I
like
mean,
my
it's like
granddad would do it. My dad would do it.
Well, maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's not because we're young and we're in a new generation, but it's just because we're young and we're not old enough to the point where we're just going to fucking touch people.
Yeah, could be. But she fucking took this light touch on her back the wrong way. And at first, I thought she was joking, but she started like cussing him out and saying that he was trying to grab my boobs. Her words. She was like, he was trying to grab my boobs. And this poor guy was literally just coming in to take a piss and leave. And he's getting cussed out by this fucking crazy lady. And then she walks towards us, and I'm thinking as she's walking towards us, I'm like, oh no, what the fuck's going on? Please don't say anything.
she said something, all right.
She said something. She cuts around the corner and goes, are you guys gamers? Gotta be at least in her 60s.
We all played it off and said
No,
W.
I think I get it now.
Literally.
I think the thing
Jason,
was
you want to do it live on podcast?
I think she was asking if we were from the fucking game store or some shit, man.
You might be right. You might be right. She may have been like, are y'all coming from down there?
It's either that or like some shit. I don't fucking know.
For context, there's a game store really close to Wayne's.
Very close. You could literally walk there in like 2 minutes.
Practically across the street.
It's a very nice game store, too. I was really sad when the other game store were closed, but now that this one's back, I'm not missing that one too much. Well, Jason, you gonna open your Maduros?
Still such a weird way to
I will in a
ask.
second.
Oh,
Are you guys gamers?
he's about to do it. Wait, let's see if
I'm not doing anything.
we're gonna go silent for a minute and see if we can hear this. Yes, sir. There is so much broken glass over there, and like 99% of it is me.
Well, that's what happens when you break glass.
Yeah, it's just fine. I don't know what to. I don't know. What to, it's just fine.
Just fun.
It's just fine.
I mean, there is something
It's gonna
trying.
be really fun when
One day when we have to clean up over there,
yeah.
yeah, and somebody gets fucking cut the fuck up.
Well, hopefully, there's enough. Like I don't know, degradation or some shit
Yeah.
for it to just like it'll just disappear one day.
How
That's
long
how
would
that
it
works.
take for gas to break down and degrade, though?
Gas?
I meant glass.
Well,
I know it takes plastic like 100 plus years.
Depends on the environment. So if it's in a desert, much quicker than it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, as rain like hits it and stuff, it could like
Well, it's a combination of
I'm
rain
sure.
and other sediments.
other
Wind.
liquids. I'm
liquids.
Liquids.
like wood down and get this dick in your mouth.
Damn it.
I almost fucked it
Foiled
up
again. Oh, Jason's gonna shotgun.
No, I'm not.
Here he goes.
I almost fucked it up again, and I'm not even drunk.
Jason's definitely not shotgunning right now.
Just fucking keep on with the podcast. What I do is what I do.
All right.
Podcast.
Hey, Josh, you gonna open that 2 liter Dr. Pepper and just drink it right from the bottle?
I mean, yeah.
You should.
I think I already told Jason I was probably gonna do that because I was like, dude, I don't think anybody else with 0 sugar Dr. Pepper.
I don't really like Dr. Pepper to begin with. I should have been with me that night. I shotgunned that Grape Eco in the shower. No, it was a Cigar City Seltzer. That is the last time I drink only beer because I felt like shit the next morning.
Oh no, I've decided. Well, I guess other than tonight, just because I grabbed these at the gas station, I've decided that I'm not
Just over beer.
I don't drink beer anymore because especially okay, take that back. I will drink beer if we're hanging out in real life.
But not
It's
like
not,
drinking
it's not
in
a
VR chat and
hassle.
stuff.
It's not a hassle to get up and go pee in real life. In VR chat, I have to take off
pee
my
every
headset,
yeah.
to take off my controllers. It's like, God.
For me, it's
When I
like
drink liquor, I don't have to pee that much.
I drank so much Strongbow that night, and Strongbow has a lot of sugar in it, and I woke up with like the
Hey,
worst
shotgun
sugar
dick.
headache ever.
Yeah, that's what the fucking loud ass fucking burp was about.
Yeah. But I decided, like that last time, the time before that,
It
where
actually
I
wasn't
really
that bad.
drank a whole lot, was the time where I drank all that gin, and I had no headache the next day. I was so drunk that night, and I woke up feeling fine. I was very surprised.
There was this one time me and Josh, we were playing fucking shitty in VR chat.
It's a shitty game.
And it was shitty because fucking, I don't know why, but me and Josh just hate each other a lot of the time. And no, I was giving him shots, he was giving me shots, and all I had was gin, and it was at the final round, and Josh was like, 9 shots, Jason, and I'm like, fuck it.
9 shots.
And I was drinking just
That's
straight
the,
gin that night.
Oh
I
god.
think that's how the gauntlet works though. And since me and Jason were splitting shots, wasn't there like a total of like
I forgot how many it was, but
how many we were supposed to do? I don't remember.
I do know I won't be playing anymore. If I play VR chat again, it'll be in desktop until I get my index knuckles, because
Understandable.
I've had the worst luck
Have
with
you checked?
controllers.
Have you checked to see if they're available yet?
I check most of the time, but I haven't checked in a few days, to be fair. But I also have them on my wish list, and I'm following it, so it'll probably notify me when it's back in stock.
I would hope so. The only other things that I would know, there's some other
Yeehaw.
weird controllers that are similar to the index controller,
that's what we can.
but I don't know if they sell just the controllers or not. I should check their website and for you and see about it. I don't know, maybe they could be better than the index knuckles.
Maybe. Jason almost talked me
I
into
think they
buying
also
a.
have finger tracking too, so.
Jason almost talked me into buying like a fucking dev kit controllers, like that aren't even available anymore. Like,
I think that was me.
oh, maybe it was. No, it was you. That's right, because it was just me and you in the
Because I
Discord.
found them on eBay, and
Yeah.
I was like, there was some DevKit 3 controllers, and they looked exactly like the Knuckles, I'm assuming they were all the same parts. They just hadn't been officially released at that point. And they were only like $200 something on eBay, and I was like, damn. I mean, I think the guy said that they weren't brand new, but they were like they'd only been used for like a couple of hours or something. I don't remember.
So basically, brand
He
new.
said basically he just tested them.
That's cool. VR is terrible.
Yeah.
It's like real life, but everybody's cats or guys or girls.
Or Chester Cheetos.
The three genders.
Yeah, fucking last night I had a great idea. I joined the fucking Discord in panic. I was like, Josh, I have a great idea. I need you to retexture the fucking e-boy cat. And he was like,
I mean, I don't need a
"Why?"
retexture.
I was like,
I can just make a new one.
I was like, hear me out.
Had it
Chester
here.
Cheetah.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Then I Googled it for some fucking artwork or whatever inspiration. Saw something I didn't like. Some drawing somebody made, and I didn't tell Josh this. I was just like, yeah, something you're not going to like. It's a drawing of fucking Chester Cheetah shitting out cheese puffs.
God damn it. Well, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm one.
Thankfully, it was only cheese puffs and not,
Wish I didn't know that.
Well, this Maduro Brown Ale's all right.
It's better than not Maduro Brown Ale, I guess.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I've had some things that weren't Maduro Brown Ale that were better,
Like what?
like Pepsi.
Like Happy Dad seltzers.
I don't know. Clayton's never had a Happy Dad seltzer.
I haven't.
You want one?
And when I finish my Maduro Brown Ale, I'll be more than happy to have one.
All right, what flavor you want?
Green penis.
You want a flavor?
I mean, I just had the cherry. The cherry was all right.
Give me any one but the cherry. 'cause
I would
don't
like to
cherry.
try the pineapple if I have another one, but
I bet.
What all flavors are there?
cherry,
Water.
pineapple, lemon, lime, and watermelon.
I'll like any but cherry, I'll tell you that.
Okay, you get pissed.
I'll try to drink piss than cherry. Oh, man.
The fuck's wrong with cherry?
I don't know. I don't like cherry.
Happy Dad, you want to sponsor
I like
us?
some cherry things. Yeah, Happy Dad, hit us up. We know you're new.
Well, you're newly available to us. Fuck it. I'm okay with anybody fucking sponsoring.
There's
us
been a
fucking-
few Clone Hero people because, like, a lot of people will buy Vaseline that play Clone Hero so that they'll slide a lot cleaner.
So they can
And
insert a
Yeah,
lot
slide.
cleaner.
Slide.
a few different top
slide.
players have like emailed Vaseline
Come
and been
on.
like, "Would you be interested in giving me a sponsorship?" Because a lot of Clone Hero players buy your product and advertise it. But it turns out Vaseline will only do sponsorships with companies and not individuals.
I feel like there's products that don't even need
was about to
sponsorships. Like,
There might be like some like off-brand Vaselines that would be interested.
Maybe,
in
yeah.
that.
But Vaseline, I feel like is one of those companies that doesn't need advertising because people are always going to buy Vaseline.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
a tub of Vaseline in every house in
Well,
America.
If I
That's
if I
the
was
thing,
the
it's,
owner of Vaseline, I wouldn't advertise it.
Yeah.
it's a evergreen product. Like, Coke doesn't need fucking advertising.
No, exactly.
Like, Coke is wasting their money. Like,
Exactly. People are always going to buy Coke. People are always going to buy Pop-Tarts. People are always going to buy Vaseline. Like,
the only way that I would see you want to advertise it if you got a new fucking thing, like if you got fucking Coca-Cola, fucking, I don't know, bean flavored or some shit, and you're like, hey guys, you want to try the new Coke? It's bean flavored.
but come on, those
Comes in a
commercials.
bean can.
Those commercials, the commercials of the polar bear, they're pretty iconic.
I don't give a shit if it's iconic. You want to know what else is fucking
That shit usually only
iconic?
comes on during like the Super Bowl though.
Fucking JFK getting his fucking domed.
Yeah,
domed.
but you don't have to sell that. It already happened.
Yeah, but my point is, you're saying it's fucking iconic. Fucking everybody knows it happened. Fucking everybody knows that there was one time a polar bear drank Coca-Cola. Fuck it. I think PETA, what they need to do is fucking kidnap a polar bear and force feed it Coca-Cola for a year. See what will fucking happen.
After the 101 Dalmatians live action got really popular, like in the 90s, a lot of people went and adopted Dalmatians, not knowing that those dogs can actually be pretty aggressive. And there was a lot of Dalmatian attacks and maulings
Good.
the year after that
Shit.
movie came out.
Fuck it. What was it? It was kind of like how, when lockdowns were fucking happening. Because, it feels like forever ago for us
It
now.
honestly does.
Fucking, a lot of people were adopting animals because, they were lonely. Yeah, well, guess what? A lot of those people turned those animals back in
Yeah, of course
once,
they did.
they were allowed to go outside.
kind of like what happens like at Christmas when you go get a puppy from a breeder, and then a year later you fucking take it to the shelter.
It's not
like
a puppy anymore, so you don't want it.
Yep, I'm over it. It's not a puppy anymore.
Well, you see, that's a fundamental problem with the people, not the animal.
Yeah, 100%. That's my point. It's like, don't adopt an animal if you're not planning on taking care of it for 10 plus years.
No, it's like fucking having a child.
Yeah,
It's just
if
like,
you
I
wanna-
don't want it anymore.
If you want an
It's
animal,
not pissing and shitting everywhere. I don't like it.
If you want an animal,
Like-
you're only gonna have to take care of it for about 2 years. Get a gerbil.
Yeah, get something
like
that you barely have to pay attention to.
No, my thing is that it's like
Well, gerbils only live like 2 years. I
the
think.
the
Hamsters.
the puppy phase of a dog or like kitty phase of a cat.
It's
or
the
some
most
shit.
annoying face.
No, it's like people are like, oh, it's cute. It can't do wrong, even though it just tore up my couch and shit everywhere. It's like the same applies to a kid. Like, it's like why is a fucking like
It's like it's cute everywhere and everything, but at least now it knows to go outside. It's like I'd rather the thing be a freaking grown adult. There comes a point where
Man.
it's like puppy phase, you're over it pretty quick.
Man,
As
you
soon as
wanna
it
know
shits in the
what's
house
fucked
for the 5th time.
You wanna know what's fucked up? Having kids and pets, because that's just like fucking intentional Stockholm syndrome on shit.
Kind of. That's an interesting way to put it.
And I totally mean that. I'm not just fucking shooting the shit.
I gave my dad one of these the other day. These yellow label acids, and he was like fawning over them. He fucking loved it. And I handed it to him, and I was like, "You can't inhale this." And he started laughing. I was like, "I'm serious. Don't inhale this." Then I gave him one of the Al Capones. I was like, "You can't inhale this. There's a filter. But if you inhale this, you're just putting straight to 100% pure tobacco in your lungs. No filter." Because I was smoking a cigar with him once, and like 20 minutes in smoking it, he was like, "Man, I like cigars, but at the same time, I don't like smoking because I get a headache." "Are you inhaling?" "Well, yeah, I can't help it. I smoke cigarettes. I just inhale naturally." It's like, well, that's why you've got a fucking headache. Because your body's like, why are you putting pure tobacco in me right now? We weren't meant to take that in.
I don't know, I feel weird smoking cigars, like, half the time. It's like fucking imposter syndrome type shit. It's like, I'm fucking 26 and I'm here doing, like, typical old man shit. Fucking sitting out, aside, fucking just smoking a cigar. I would say reading the newspaper, but there's nothing worth reading.
No, I mean, your phone is like the newspaper pretty much these days.
Even then, still nothing worth reading.
Yeah.
Fucking-
It's like a tweet I tweeted out one time a long time ago. "On the shitter reading the paper," and then in parentheses I put Twitter.
That's like the...
Uh-oh.
Hey, that's gonna sound really good on the audio.
Yeah, it is. That'd be funny though.
Fucking, what was it? It was to make sure that they're still listening 20 minutes in or whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking. That'll wake up
Bleed their
the
ears.
sleepy viewers.
Fucking reminds me of the fucking tweet I made one night. It was some shit like eating the beef and shitter on the cheddar.
Yeah, that's such a good tweet. I love that tweet so much. Also, the other day when Tristan tweeted at you and said like, "What would you call this drink?" and I forget what the mixtures were, but
It was fucking Jamaican rum and fucking Mountain Dew Spark.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
that's
first thing that came to mind was Jamaican junk boat.
Jason is who I go to if I need a drink named. Like, easy.
Well, that's the thing. So, the recent cocktail I've been drinking is Jägermeister and root beer, and the only name I come up with for it is white supremacy.
I like when you make.
Because that's the thing. Like when I drink Jägermeister, I don't think of like, this is like licorice. I think, yeah, somebody's fucked up. Like has to be drinking. Then I'm like, oh wait, I'm fucked up.
But what's more fun for you? Making a drink and coming up with a name, or making a name and coming up with the drink? Because you, like that time the other day, you were like, all right, I'm going to go make a drink that could be considered the Green Goblin, and you got Jägermeister and Mountain Dew.
I went with Jägermeister because it's very, what's the word for it?
Trash?
No, it's herbal. It's, like some
Feels
shit you would
nat-
find out in the woods.
Feels like a witch made it in her cauldron.
It's like, no, the fucking dickweeds? It's like if you took one of those, fucking, like, went out to a fucking swamp, just swished it around a bit and fucking drenched it out, fucking, You're like, I can taste the licorice and other things. No, my fucking thing is that fucking Jägermeister has, like, fucking, it like, prides itself on the fact that it has, like, 52 fucking botanicals in this shit. And it's just like, There's 52 of them?
It's like how Dr. Pepper is like, we have 23 different flavors in here or something like that. It's like, why don't you guys just pick one?
I only taste Dr. Pepper.
No, that's my thing. When it's like fucking Heinz 57, there's 57 things in this shit. It's just like, what are they though?
I love Heinz 57. No.
Yeah. When I worked at Logan's, that motherfucker who walked in and pissed all over the fucking door in the aisle.
Look how that's.
I just got. I'm sorry. I just happened to
Was
think
the
about
piss the color of Heinz 57?
No,
Was that the trigger
I
word?
thought about it. No, I thought about it when when you were talking about the beef and cheddar on the cheddar, and I tried to bring it up, but then you said something else, and I was like, well, I'll wait for a good spot.
Cut you off.
And y'all kept on talking, so I was like, God damn it,
Just next
God damn
time
it,
there's silence.
God damn it, God damn it.
Josh,
I'm just gonna bring it
Josh,
up.
you may
Fucking
be-
hell, I'm gonna bring it up.
You may be
And
the
anyway.
special guest, but there's nothing special about it.
I'm not a special guest. Goddamn, fuck you. I'm gonna be here the next fucking time, motherfucker.
Fuck it. Nah, next time we'll have a fucking episode without Clayton.
That's actually a good idea. That'll balance things out.
But
We'll still use your phone.
anyway,
Yeah.
here's a story. An old couple walked into the Logan's General Store, and old man came up and asked me
man
for where
Jenkins
the bathroom is, and I said they're being cleaned right now. And
He wasn't having it.
he just decided to walk down the aisle. I was thinking, okay, I guess he's just going to look around. His wife walked back out to the car, and about 5 minutes later, he walks back to the car, and 10 minutes later, I'm sitting there walking around. I think it's when I started, it's been a few months. I think it's when I started to straighten the shelves up at Logan's. And I look and see a puddle in the floor in the middle of a fucking aisle.
Nice
Keep
golden.
in mind, he pissed on a door. There's like a little enclave or a little corner you could hide behind where you couldn't see, where I couldn't see him from the register. I could have seen him on cameras, but I wasn't paying that much attention because I didn't think he'd piss in the middle of the fucking store. But anyway, right beyond that door is the employee bathroom, and God, I wish he had just gone in there.
So, hold on.
No.
When I first heard this story, I thought...
First off, I'm not gonna lie. If I was some sort of like registered badass, like fucking retired fucking special forces from Vietnam type shit, I'd fucking piss anywhere I goddamn want. I'm gonna be like, what are you gonna fucking do to me? The fucking shit I saw in that jungle? Fuck it. You know, I'm gonna piss wherever I goddamn want.
Hey, all I'm saying is, thank God I didn't have bathroom duty that day.
I don't know how viscous was the urine. Was it
So,
like oily?
I didn't fucking look. I mean, I saw a puddle and immediately
I'm
reported
thinking, when you told us this story, like the gist of it, I'm thinking this was some crazy person who just walked in and started peeing. But this was a perfectly normal dude who heard the bathrooms were closed and said, yeah, I don't fucking think so, picked a spot and took a piss.
Well, here's the thing. Logan's General Store,
It's not
there's
that
kind
big.
of a little wooded area on the side. You could
thing
easily walk around and piss there. That would have been more respectful than peeing in the middle of the floor.
Nah.
Matter of fact, more power to you. If I walk around and see you pissing there, I don't give a shit. It's Alabama.
No, you don't give a piss.
I've seen cops on the side of the road pissing.
Yeah, we did that one night. We went out to fucking Waffle House with Chandler. Fucking, did we tell you about that?
I don't think I've heard
It was
that.
fucking back when Chandler was still in town before, he got out of the fucking Marines. It was one night that we were like fucking around at Ashton's house and was just like, man, you guys want to go Waffle House? I say that as a joke. He's like, yeah, fuck it. He's like, I'll fucking drive.
That's kind of what happened between me and Josh.
I'm
that
just
one
like, hey, fuck it. If you want to fucking drive, we'll go. And this was like back when Ashton drank a little bit.
time. Speaking of shitters. Somebody shit over here?
I mean, I'm about to, but
There's a toilet over there.
Oh, yeah.
but
There sure is.
fucking Chandler goes and we go, you know where fucking the one exit, we go under the overpass or whatever, and there's
Spot.
and Chandler, like before that, he's like, I gotta fucking piss, I gotta goddamn piss, and fucking there's a cop car there, no cops in it because he's outside pissing under the overpass or whatever. Fucking and
Chandler get out and say something to
no,
him?
Chandler's pissed. He's like, motherfucker took my spot.
It's kind of like that one time, similar story in the beginning. I was drunk when I was living here still, and I've just.
Oh, you're not living here anymore?
No, I live in the woods now.
You live at
me
the
and
shack
Josh
that
and
I threw a beer
Jordan
bottle at.
We're playing Smite or something, and I was drunk, and I was like,
We should
"Hey
play
Josh,
Smite
let's go to
again.
Waffle House." And I was just like fucking around. He's like, "No, fuck it, I'm down." And I was like, "Wait, are you serious? You know I'm drunk, right? You'd have to drive." And then you were like, "Yeah, I don't care." And I was like, "Fuck it, let's go to Waffle House." Jordan, you coming? He's like, "No, I don't want to come." It's like, "Fuck it, me and Josh are going to Waffle House then." And we went and had a delicious meal at 2 in the morning.
I love Waffle
That was
House.
great.
Waffle House is a
It's
fucking...
institution, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Waffle House hits different at 2 a.m.
So I have an
so
idea
good.
for the IRL D&D campaign. For those listening, we have a D&D campaign based off real life, but it's parody-esque.
We all play ourselves.
I want Waffle House to be a wizard academy.
Okay.
Waffle House Wizard Academy.
Here's my idea for my multi-class in that campaign. I might do this. I might
What
find a because you know there's a
He's
warlock
talking about
subclass.
Oh, okay.
There's a warlock subclass called the Genie,
Yeah.
where you like the theme of the subclass is that your character at one point found a lamp, rubbed it, claimed loyalty to the genie, and now the genie gives them powers.
And
That's cool.
you have the spell wish.
I
Character's name going to be Aladdin?
I had an idea for me since I'm Clone Hero themed in that campaign, where I find a broken guitar controller, I start dusting it off, and the spirit of a Guitar Hero streamer pops out, and then I wish for better Clone Hero skills. He grants them to me, and now I'm. That
my idea's a bit
Only
better.
slightly better.
I'm thinking about it.
My idea's a bit better
Yeah,
for that.
exactly.
He buys something off Wish.com and he gets the wrong thing, and it's a
For
magic
that.
dildo. And he's like, well, fuck it. So he starts rubbing it, and a genie, just fucking comes out.
But
Damn
before we start talking about this isn't a D&D podcast.
More
so before
importantly-
we get off on that tangent.
yeah. Well,
This is
I want to
Colt's
say one more
favorite
thing.
Dungeon Daddies.
Yeah.
More importantly, why would he buy a magic dildo on Wish.com?
That's what I said. He got shipped the wrong item.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, would it be called a what was it, damn it?
The magic wand.
No,
Fucking
fucking. I want to be a wizard now
Plastic.
with a magic wand.
would it be called a rubber statue or whatever they called it?
As Brisky calls them, silicone sculpture.
Silicone sculptures. That's what it is.
God, that was an interesting conversation with Brisky.
He said that's how the male people ship them.
That's how they're labeled.
how
Silicone
they're labeled.
sculptors. They're not wrong.
I guess. Unless it's made of something besides silicone.
It's kind of like how in Alabama you technically can't buy sex toys online.
Really?
So here's the thing. You can get around that pretty easily. Instead of calling it a sex toy, you call it a self-massager.
That's cool and all. Why do you know that?
Look, you got to maintain some form of
You
individuality.
buy yourself an
around
auto blow?
here. No, but this one time I bought a.
I need to get me an auto blow.
Fuck it, this would be a good podcast story. This one time I bought a pocket butthole. You know why I bought the butthole? Because it was like $1 cheaper than the pussy. And this is
Often
why
it is.
This was while I was this is while I was living in Virginia. And one time I didn't even use it. Right, I was going through my closet and I saw it, and it had fallen out of this box I was keeping it in, and it was covered in dog hair. And I was like, "Oh fuck, I need to clean this thing." So I take it into the bathroom and wash it off, and then I left it in the sink on accident. And it was while Landon was visiting, and he went in there to use the bathroom. He goes in there, right? He goes in there. The door closes. Less than a second later, the door opens back up, and he's stomping down the hallway. He goes, "Clayton?" I was like, "What is it?" And then it instantly clicked what he saw. I was like, "Oh shit, I left that thing in the
No,
sink."
you want to know what you should have? You should have gaslit him and been like, that's not mine. I'm not
Yeah,
gay.
that's yours.
Straight dudes don't like butthole.
God.
Fucking- what was
No.
it? No. Fucking reminds me of like, since we're on the subject of like weird sex shit,
I got a story after this.
I've never like thought about me doing this, but I'm like, there's like, so fucking VR chat. There's a lot of people that fucking have
Haptic
Bluetooth
feedback.
sex boys,
Yep.
sex toys and shit.
Bluetooth sex boys sounds good though.
But like, they got fucking dildo ones and fucking fucking fleshlight ones. I wonder if there's some weird motherfucker that's paired them together and used both on them at the same time. And I'm just like, damn, that would be some intense fucking shit. Like,
Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that Snapchat video of Chandler with his pocket pussy throwing his fucking pocket pussy at the wall and it sticks to the wall?
I think I did do remember
Just-
that. Yeah.
He just went, and that fucker stuck.
God, I love Chandler. We need to have him as a special guest.
Oh yeah,
sometime.
easy. Chandler and Ashton at some point.
At the same time or separately?
Separately, and then
I'm
maybe
thinking
at the
one,
same
then
time.
the other, then both.
Yeah, for the Wilder Week episodes. That's when we have Tristan's dad on.
Would that be like fucking Shark Week?
Oh
Where
yeah,
we just invite a different Wilder every day.
every
of the
day.
week?
Yeah. At one point, we bring Eli on.
Elon Musk. I know who you said. I know who you actually said. I'm just being dumb. Man, when do you think we'll get popular enough to bring Elon on, though?
I don't know, but we got to make him smoke if he does.
Well, that's the thing. There's a few people that just have like guaranteed open invite. You know, Elon, Donald Trump.
That'd be too funny.
Hey, we
That's
should do
about
open
it.
invite
That's
when
really
we do our
bad.
VR chat thing because we're not going to be popular enough to where it matters.
Yeah.
Some normal
no,
person will be
here's the-
welcomed in our fucking shit.
Me and Clayton, we've already talked. I've decided that we're gonna have a fucking pure chaos episode, and it's gonna be
At
Spicy Trip, and just everybody at the same time.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Chaos episode.
That's going to be terrible, but I'm down.
It's gonna be like a fucking 3-hour long fucking episode. Fucking everybody's gonna be talking.
But
Also-
what we should do...
Good.
Oh, we can talk about this after. It doesn't matter. I guess if y'all don't have any topics, I can talk about it.
I was about to say.
Well, that's
like,
okay. We've been going for 35 minutes, which means it's time for a message from our sponsor.
Raid Shadow Legends?
All right, back to our normal program.
Raycon. Fucking, we're gonna do
Raid
that
Shadow
until we
Legends,
have-
not sponsored, by the way.
But
Throwing that out
on the
there.
subject of like
Wish they
people
did.
we'd want on the podcast, like
Yeah, me too. Fuck it. $20. $20. I'll take it.
nah, on the subject of like people we'd want on the podcast, like if you could have anybody on, like who the fuck would you want?
Anybody at all?
Yeah, anybody. Like fucking anywhere from fucking Vladimir Putin to fucking
MC
like,
Ride.
If I could pick...
Easy.
If
But
I
I
could
doubt
pick...
he'd agree with
Why?
that. I want to pick that man's brain. I want to find out what's going on in there.
That's the thing. I feel like that if you
For
were to
the
have an interview with him,
podcast.
it would never be a real interview.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, me wants to say just one of my favorite YouTubers, but none of them are really that interesting. They're just funny.
You could say the same about us.
Someone controversial for sure.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump,
It'd be a good one.
Elon Musk.
You want
Dude, I'm an Elon fan.
Fuck it.
Elon fan all the way. I don't
Fuck
care.
it. I know who I want. Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I was about to say Joe Rogan's another one
That'd be funny as fuck.
because that's like the most popular podcast in
Well,
the world.
That's the fun. It's funny to have a fucking podcaster on your podcast.
Yeah.
It's like fucking. You sure? I wouldn't even really call this real shit. This is just us shooting the shit in your fucking backyard.
Yeah,
Just
coming
having a
out
good
here with
time.
no plan, our phones, some beers, and some cigars.
We kind of had a plan because that story that happened earlier today was just so interesting. It was just like
mean,
we
yeah.
got to talk about that.
one thing to talk
Yeah,
about.
but my thing is that like
If you,
for the most
you
part,
missed
this is just
earlier.
improv. Like we don't fucking like have a script. It's not like we're talking.
Oh, yeah,
this is
no,
fucking
no.
like what was
I
it?
mean,
What was
to be
his
fair-
fucking name? Fucking.
To be fair, most good podcasts don't have a script.
Usually,
I mean, it'd be like here's the thing. Like
I mean, they'll
yeah,
have like a list of
that's the thing,
topics, but
like,
they don't really
if-
have a script.
If we had like a guest, like if we had Alex Jones, like of course we're gonna do some research and like ask him some weird
I've
shit.
got it.
You know, like,
I know who my guy is.
Who?
Alexander
Oh.
Shannara.
oh yeah, that would be a good
That
one.
is a strangely real one. We might be able to. Actually
Yeah,
do at
honest,
some
like
point.
honest to God, if we get like anywhere popular enough to have like a fucking little bitty little booth in the corner at Comic Con, gotta have Alexander.
Some of
Shannara
you
on
people
it.
may know who Alexander Shannara is, but if you've ever been to Alabama, you know who Alexander Shannara is because he has billboards every fucking where.
I mean, unironically, a good chance for us to advertise would be like maybe see how much it would be to get a little tiny bitty booth at Comic Con.
I feel like that point that wouldn't necessarily be advertising.
I mean,
like
you know,
it-
get more people to see our channel.
Yeah,
name
but I
and
feel
shit.
like it'd be a better idea for us to fucking like just go the fucking seas, you know?
I mean, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I would enjoy doing that.
I mean, next time we do go to Comic Con, I will want to wear stuff with like our YouTube channel name on it, like a shirt or
Well,
something.
no, see, I have a genius idea.
we should make
No,
shirts.
no. It's like the idea of the fucking potato fucking 2020 shirts or whatever. Fucking instead,
to the thrift store.
we're gonna make it like print off like 1,000 fucking stickers and just post stickers all over Birmingham.
No, that would be good.
That's actually good advertising, though, to be fair.
That would be good.
And honestly,
Go to like all the hottest restaurants and stuff.
depending on how cheap
Put up
that is,
flyers.
We could hand out stickers at Comic Con.
To be fair, what we could do is if we wanted to go fucking guerrilla tactics bullshit, fucking QR code stickers, just fucking vandalize.
You know what?
bitches.
Yep.
Here, let me look
Stick it
that-
on cars and shit.
Let me look that up.
Nah, just fucking put them up on fucking like stop signs and shit. Fucking, just roll around Birmingham all night, just fucking slapping shit.
You know, I was thinking about this story of my childhood the other day, right? Because I was telling it to Michaela, and then something hit me about
That
it.
reminds me. Keep on, because there's a story you need to tell for the podcast.
Okay. Well, what is that one? Because I may want to tell it first.
The argument you told me about,
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, I'll do that next. Okay.
because Josh didn't hear it either.
So, when I was a kid, right, there was a good 5 or 6 years, like between the ages of like 5 and like 10, where I was afraid of elevators, and there's a reason why.
I knew that.
So, when I was really young, y'all have probably heard this story, but there's a hook to it that I found.
Guys,
Yeah.
guys,
What?
1,000 stickers, 2 inches, $174.99.
That's not bad. It's like less than 10 cents a sticker.
If we want to do 6-inch stickers, $500.
Anyways, so I was on an elevator. We were coming home from my dad's like work Christmas party. We were at a parking deck in Birmingham, and we were piled on the elevator
that bell.
with a bunch of people. I was like 5 years old, and there was like my family was on there,
You want one of these?
and like 2 other families were on there. Yeah, I will when I'm done with my Maduro. And I was in the very back, and I decided to let everyone else get off before I get
That's
off.
okay.
So I'm sitting in the back like this, and there's like 10 people in front of me, and they all get off. Once the last person steps off, I'm like, okay, now I'll get off. And then the doors close. So as a
I
5-year,
remember this story.
as an adult, you'll go, oh shit, click the door open button, walk out. As a 5-year-old, the world just ended.
Yep.
Fucking that
Life as we
object
know
permanence.
it is over. Now, after the rest of the story is, come out of the elevator on another floor. I found this old lady with her granddaughter. The old lady like helped me find my family. Like within 5 minutes, I was back with my mom and dad. Something I thought about while I was telling Michaela that story, I was like, we were in downtown Birmingham. It's a good thing I didn't get snatched up by some fucking lunatic.
Well, here's the thing.
Like,
Here's the thing, how
I
old
may
were you
not
at the
be
time?
here today. I was like 5.
So that had been like 2000, 2001.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's
Not
the thing.
trying
So
to get into gender.
Birmingham, like, the thing about it is, like, nowadays it's a much better place.
Yeah, back then it was a lot worse.
I'm not trying to get into gender politics or anything, but it's much worse for a female child than it is for a male child.
Oh, 100%.
It's if you were, it would have been significantly more dangerous if you were born a female.
Female? Yeah, I think so too.
So I follow a
Still
Twitter
scary,
called like men posting their wins and shit, and it was a news article.
It is still
about,
scary,
like,
yes.
It was a news article about how a man.
There are some freaks out
like
there.
they just was like, yeah, you're free to go because he like castrated the fucking
keep this
dude that
thing
raped
lit.
his like daughter or some shit. He just fucking like chopped off his dick and shit. And they're like, yeah, fuck it, you did good, fuck it.
That's the type of shit I like to hear. But anyways, that's the other story, right? So, there's actually a chance, probably not a very high one, that she'll listen to this podcast.
Hey, Michaela?
No. Which, I mean, she might. But her sister.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I can't keep this thing lit, and now I don't think it's going to light again.
You gotta fucking breathe in while you're lighting.
Oh, yeah, well, I did a minute ago.
Fucking. Like you're just bad at this shit.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Well, lit 1,000 cigars in my life. I don't know why I'm fumbling with
I don't
this
know
one.
about 1,000. We've only been smoking for a year,
I mean, I was exaggerating. Okay,
almost
so Josh,
a year and a half at this point.
peep this shit.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
So, a few days ago, I was out with my girlfriend and her family for like her aunt's
Do you
birthday.
have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I
Dude,
made her
I
up.
thought you were gay. That's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah, I'm out.
I just hired this girl to let me pretend to be her boyfriend at her family dinner the other night. But that's besides the point.
How much you get paid for that kind of gig?
Well, shit, I lost like $1,000.
Oh shit.
Anyways, we're up at an Italian place called Carlton's up in Coleman.
All right.
We all kind of thought it was funny how at this Italian place you could get Philly cheesesteaks. Cool, but it's like that's not an Italian food.
So
Yeah.
So the next day, which was yesterday, I'm eating at a place with Michaela, her sister, her mom, and her grandmother. And we were talking about the Italian place. We were like, yeah, it's kind of funny how you could order a Philly cheesesteak at that place. It's not really an Italian food. Michaela's sister, with poise and confidence, looks up and says, well, yeah, they had pizza too, and pizza's not authentic Italian. I look up at her. I'm eating my food. I look up at her, and we make eye contact. And she has a shit-eating grin on her face. And I look at her for about 3 seconds with no word said. And then I go back to eating my food. And she goes, no, what are you going to say, Clayton? What are you going to say, Clayton? I was like, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. And this is eating away at my brain like a fucking tumor for the rest of the day. So, while me and Michaela are here last night, I look up who invented pizza, and it is, who would have fucking thought?
Jeffrey Italian.
Jeffrey Italian himself. There's a man in Naples, Italy, like 300 years ago.
Jeffrey Italy.
Even though it technically goes back farther than that, he just popularized pizza. Pizza had existed already for a long time. And I sent it to her, and she goes, well, yeah, but the Greeks ate flatbread.
Guess
and I'm
what?
like,
Indians do too. Like,
flatbread is a thing that's like all over the world. Like, in fact, the first instance of any food being like flatbread being a thing was like 5th century Persia, when like Persian soldiers would eat like flattened bread with like fruit on it and shit. And then the Greeks would do shit like.
So you're telling me
the Greeks did it differently? They added like oil and put like dates on it and shit like that. And I go, well, you're not wrong. And pizza is technically, if you want to get very technical, a flatbread. But in Italy, it was reinvented as the pizza in like the 8th century because the Italians used their own cooking style. They used their own ingredients.
Here's the thing about that.
So you're telling me the Persians like
Pizza is
Hawaiian
Italian.
style pizza. That's some
Pizza.
bullshit.
Pizza.
What she is talking about is not pizza.
But she is saying, she says to me, and I'll be more than happy to pull up the conversation, but it'd probably fuck with the audio, so I won't right now. But she was like, yeah, but flatbread is called flatbread pizza. And pizza is pizza. And I'm like, no, that's wrong. And then I hit her with a real good one, and I hit her with a good one. I said, okay, in that case, she really likes anime, so I knew this was going to fuck with her. I said, in that case, anime is not Japanese. Because animation was invented in, like, Argentina. Like, way before anime was a thing. She goes, no, that's stupid. Anime is a style of animation.
Yeah, but it's animation.
And I was like, you're right. Just like how pizza is a style of flatbread that is Italian.
It depends on what kind of pizza. Some pizza you get ain't fucking flat.
And then she wakes up I go to her house earlier. I go to Michaela's house earlier. Anyway, she wakes up this morning, comes out to me in the kitchen as I'm cooking, and she goes, by the way, my whole Discord agrees with me. And I just looked at her and I went, I'm sorry to hear that.
Her whole Discord.
What about the rest of the world?
It's like,
what about the rest of the world?
It's like, look,
See,
you're a little different, right? You're my girlfriend's sister. I'm willing to fucking debate and argue with you and shit and fuck with you. But I promise you, a gaggle of teenagers disagreeing with me is not going to have any influence on my opinion whatsoever. I promise.
As a fucking Italian fucking piece of shit, I am a fucking Guido or Guap or fucking whatever fucking anybody fucking wants to call me fucking. That's the thing, like. My only case is I would look her in the eyes and be like, I beg to differ. All of Italy disagrees.
Literally. It was first called... Italians' version of flatbread, the pizza, was first called pizza in Gaeta, Italy, like in the 9th century. So it's like, it is an Italian dish. And then she's going, well, technically Italy used to be the Roman Empire, so it's Roman. And I was like... If you want to be that technical, everything's African because life began in Africa. Then in that case, everything's African. There's no need to discern. You wouldn't be wrong in saying everything's African, but you'd be being very broad.
Everything's Pangean.
Yeah, everything's Pangean. I like that a lot better.
Now, my thing is that there would be multiple fucking arguments in that fucking whole fucking story you had. Like, first of all, it's like fucking Philly
I want to be
cheesesteak.
Peninsulian.
For me,
can we go move to Florida?
For me, it came to the point where I was like, I got to a point where I was totally fucking with her. Like when I said the thing about how everything's African, at that point I was just like, I was completely and totally fucking with her. It's like, I am not worried about changing her opinion or making her think she's wrong. I just want to fuck with her at this point. Like,
My thing is, fucking motherfuckers got a fucking Philly cheesesteak, but ain't got no fucking chopped cheese. That's a fucking real Italian
And the thing about it,
fucking
her
made
mom,
in the Bronx.
her grandmother ordered the cheesesteak, and she let me have a bite of it, and it was pretty good.
Oh, cheesesteaks are fucking delicious. Especially the Philly varieties.
Well, that's the thing.
Which
like,
I guess-
what other cheesesteak is there besides
A Philly
Philly?
cheesesteak.
Like,
Yeah, I know.
A Philly cheesesteak is
fucking
technically
out here making a fucking New York strip, fucking covering that shit in fucking Kraft singles. Fucking, that's my cheesesteak.
A Philly cheesesteak is technically a sub, right? And subs are
I mean,
Italian.
it depends. Like, so you can call it a hero or whatever.
Yeah.
It depends.
But see,
'cause,
even
like,
in that case-
Philadelphia, that's fucking.
Even if you wanted to be like, it's a sub sandwich, that means it's Italian. No, this style of sub sandwich is native to Philadelphia because it was fucking cooked in their style and their ingredients and said, this is a Philly cheesesteak. I could take a freaking falafel right now in this backyard, throw a piece of dog shit on it, pick it up and say, this is the doodle fuck. Anybody want it? It'd be stupid, but that would be a dish native to this backyard.
And we'd call you fucking stupid, all right?
Yes.
It's fucking. I don't know, fucking Italian fucking culture and shit. I'm Bronx blood is getting a boiling. Totally, definitely. I'm definitely mad about this.
Well, we have 10 minutes left, so if you'd like to vent, go ahead and say it.
We got 10 minutes left on this episode. Who knows? Fucking my fucking roll over into fucking another episode. Me just
Could
being
be.
like, oh man, fuck you.
We need a whole 30-minute. Jason, I need you to learn fluid Italian so we can do a whole episode in Italian.
Mamma mia, Papa Pia. So,
Baby got the
fucking-
diarrhea.
Baby got the diarrhea. And at one point in debating her, I actually really laughed really hard.
Duh, baby.
She said, "Why are you trying to give
gold.
Italians any credit?" I was like,
Damn.
"You have a fair point, but still."
What are you talking about? Italians have done so much great things. They produced the rifle that shot JFK. Let's see. They make cars that catch on fire.
Yes, they do. And
That's the sad thing. So, me being half Italian, the only thing that they've done good for the world is culinary.
oh hell yeah,
Like-
Italian food's the best.
That's the thing. Like, half of modern Italian food came out of New York.
Yeah. And technically, pasta is an Asian thing. But guess what? The style in which Italians have made their pasta has been
I guess you could
transformed
say
into native Italian
noodles
dishes.
is like a fucking Asian thing. Because fucking was it fucking Marco Polo, I think it was, fucking discovered pasta and brought it to Italy or some shit.
Yeah. But that's where it's like, look, flatbread is a type of food.
Betty
Pizza-
Crocker discovered cake.
Pizza is
Yep.
yes, she did. When she was in the
Man,
cake
fuck-
forest.
Fuck Betty Crocker. She was in the Black Forest or whatever it was.
Flatbread is a type of food, right? It's a kind of food. Pizza is a dish. It's prepared and cooked a certain
Well,
way.
it depends on where you
so
go,
that
because
it's
if you go
called
to
pizza.
fucking Chicago, you get the fucking, meat, grease, cheese, and fucking bread casserole, fucking deep dish. The
How do
thing
you,
is,
as an Italian, feel about deep dishes?
so
I
the
like
thing
deep
is
dish.
about the deep dish
love
pizza
deep
is it's like more like a fucking hearty meal.
yeah.
than fucking like, because if you go to like,
I feel like it's
fucking-
its own thing at that point.
like pizza can be a meal, but it's like pizza is also like a snack. You know, like you can go up to the fucking shop, get a fucking slice, and call it a day.
You know one thing I've never had that I've wanted to try for a while? The Chicago style pizza.
I had some Chicago style pizza while I was in Chicago. I didn't have like Chicago deep dish, but I had like a Chicago 3
That's
meat.
what
and
I'm
it was
thinking
very
about.
good.
Here's the
Chicago
thing:
deep dish.
Chicago is known for two different styles. They're known for thin crust and deep dish.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the Chicago deep dish because my dad, one time, he was working.
You have had it, whether you know it or not.
Well, it may have not
Have
been.
you had the deep dish from Little Caesars?
I mean, maybe, but it wasn't.
Shitty deep dish, but it's a
No,
deep
no.
dish.
Little Caesars is founded in Chicago.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Okay, well then I haven't had a good Chicago deep dish.
Even then, I think their deep
Little
dish is
Caesars,
okay. It's better than that
even,
fucking
I was about to say,
regular
even though
shit.
Little Caesars deep dish is pretty good, it's not a authentic.
Yeah,
great
it's not
Chicago.
authentic.
The
I
thing
fucking
is,
love Little
in-
Caesars deep dish.
To a degree, it's kind of resemblance of authentic. 'Cause the authentic Chicago deep dish, fucking, they would use the fucking blue steeled fucking like pans that they would use at the fucking auto fucking plants. They would literally make pizza in those.
All I'm saying is, I want to try the shit my dad tried when he was building my my dad's old boss's beach house, because he said my dad brought it was him, Uncle
Was
Jay,
it,
my Uncle Jason, and a few other, like I think there was 3 dudes and the boss, but the boss didn't eat, so it was 3 guys, and he brought one pizza back for three dudes.
I forgot the
that
name
have
of the
a pretty
company,
good,
but
have a pretty
there
good
was a,
appetite. That have a pretty good appetite, and this pizza, my dad was like, "Hey, this one pizza for all three of us, like that's probably not going to be enough."
And then
My dad ate 2 slices and was full.
That's the thing. So we got to keep in mind, fucking Chicago deep dish. That's made for a fucking. That's a hearty
fucking
meal
cake.
for people that have
Yeah.
a fucking terrible winter. you know?
Honestly.
That's like fucking shit you would eat to go into hibernation. You know.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not gonna lie. Just talking about pizza makes me want to go get fucking pizza right now.
Honestly,
I love pizza.
I
dude.
kinda want a
That's-
pizza
That's
right
one
now.
of my favorite
I'm
foods.
hungry.
Sadly,
my
Matt Pies
favorite-
isn't open today.
Oh, fuck, it's not.
One of my favorite foods actually is like Crispitos, but
I love Crispitos.
those shits are so good.
Only pizza nearby here I know we want to get is Little Caesars. And Josh, I know you got that diet, so I don't know if we want to go do that.
I'm not gonna eat that tonight, but that's fine if y'all want to do it.
I mean, if you want to put, we want to
No,
put
we'll
an
just
order
go
for a
to
deep
post
dish and go
office.
pick it up. I mean, fuck it, I'm down.
Clayton, I'll give you a 20. We go to post office and we'll fucking split a pie.
I mean, shit, anybody got, I mean, we were planning on playing D&D late tonight. I mean, shit, we trying to fucking end soon?
If y'all are going to post office, I'm gonna have to cheat.
I'm okay. Hey, no offense, Josh, but fuck you, huh?
I think we're going to post office now. How
mean,
late
I'm
do they
down.
open?
I don't know, but I think I got $40. I can give you some money for gas, and we can
I
get
mean,
a
we're
pie.
just gonna eat there.
Probably.
Assuming.
I know the audio's a little fucked up. You probably only hear me right now, but I'm trying to look up when post office. I almost just typed in post
Here,
office.
I'll look it up. Just don't worry about it. Here, I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead. All right. Anyways, Jason,
Yeah.
what's your favorite beer?
Regular beer? What is it? So I typically like regular fucking shit. I like Guinness, but the bit more bougie
Close at 9.
I like the fucking Innocent Guns.
Fuck, that's like an hour from now.
Well, we're taking this podcast on the road. I don't care. I'm okay.
If we
with us
did
just
go
picking
get
up
it,
anything.
if we did go get it, then we'd probably just want to pick it up and bring it back.
I don't care. We could go to fucking Whataburger and get the fucking chocolate malt for all I got in care.
Hell,
I mean, if y'all want to get post office pies, I'm down. It's only 14 minutes away.
damn, it's that close.
I don't think it's 14.
I mean, I just pulled up the directions.
It may be doing it from your house, though.
And it says
I
your
mean, even
location.
then, we hop on the highway or interstate. It's in
Let
Birmingham.
me click start just to make
About
sure.
to say, yeah.
I mean, it's pulling it up from right here. It's
14
Is it going
minutes.
into
huh?
Birmingham?
well, actually, never
I
mind.
say we
It's changing. Hold on. It's being dumb.
Even then, it should take like 30 minutes. Maybe
Not
to get
even,
there.
yeah. 30 minutes a max.
Once we get on the interstate.
You know, if we die on the way
My
there.
computer may be dumb, but
I'm thinking we just end the podcast now and go.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, it's pretty close to an hour. We had a lot of good topics tonight.
Yeah.
If y'all want to go to post office, I'm down.
We go.
I wasn't going to cheat for Little Caesars, but
33 minutes, but I mean, if we like get going now, we could definitely make it. And if we don't want to go in and eat at that point, we can just pick a pie up.
Yeah, we can pick up a pie or two.
the barbecue pizza's fucking delicious.
I'm thinking we just leave our shit here, go get pizza, come back, film another.
I'll leave my
That's
cigar
fine
here.
with me. I need to warm up anyway.
I've got about half that. I've got about half that freaking cigar left. I can smoke it in the next episode.
I'm gonna bring my Dr. Pepper.
All right, everybody. Jason, one last word from our sponsor.
Linguini.